Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Laurel Hess and this is Comcast Newsmakers, coming to you from the 2014 West Michigan Policy Forum, taped at the Amway Grand Plaza Hotel in downtown Grand Rapids. Joining me now is the president of West Michigan Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan and the co-chair of the West Michigan Policy Forum, Jeff Connolly. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me and welcome.
Welcome to you as well. This is the fourth conference. You do it every 2 years. The first one back in 2008. How has it changed over the years? In particular, how has it become more inclusive and statewide?
By design, it's gotten better every year, but we feel 2014 this year is the first year we can truly say that we haven't heard of an East versus West approach. And that was never what we intended, but the reality is we've had that stereotype in Michigan of East versus West, maybe some of it deserved. So in the last 2.5 years, we've made a concerted effort to go to the different regions. We call them road shows, to northern Michigan, to southeast, to interact, engage with the business leaders. And again, this is a grassroots type of approach, so hear their voices. What are their needs? Because we want to articulate a prioritization for Lansing. And it was just astounding the engagement we got and the representation of the 600 to 700 people here. They're truly from all over the state. So even though it's in Grand Rapids and it's a West Michigan Policy Forum, it really is a statewide voice for business. Back
in 2008, you met, you discussed statewide issues, and you took those sort of what came out of the conference back to Lansing and debriefed the governor. You come a long way. This year, the governor's here, he's speaking, he's not only invited, he's an engaged party included in the conversation.
Yeah, and he has been the last 3 to 4 years. He's aware of the issues, and he's been very upfront with us, and we meet with him from time to time as well as his staff and legislators. These priorities that we have set, and the ones that we've set in the years past, they're not just known at the end of the conference and then we address it in 2 years. There's a ton of work that goes on with a bunch of people, a bunch of business leaders and volunteers that work with our legislators, because we need to change the perception of the state, and we got to make this a friendlier state to be and work in a better climate. We're much better than where we were, but our goal is to be in the top 10, and we're not there yet. So there's still a lot of work to be done.
When you went on your road shows, as you called them, you came away with the top 3 issues being talent, transportation, and term limits. Now you're the president of Blue Cross Blue Shield here in West Michigan. No health care discussion this year.
Well, healthcare's still there. It was identified as a priority in prior years, but given I think the Affordable Care Act has passed, there's a lot of volatility. There's a lot of yet to be likely changed given what's happened the last 2 years. So it hasn't gone away, but again, this is grassroots. The business leaders of these different regions have said those 3 issues have trumped for right now healthcare, but we haven't stopped working on healthcare, and we won't stop working on healthcare.
How bipartisan is the conversation here? You say it's not East versus West. It is in West Michigan. Yeah. It tends to skew a little Republican.
Yeah, we think it's very bipartisan. I'd be remiss to say this may be still a little leaning towards the Republican conservative side, but we've had active engagement with all sides, because remember, the business leaders have issues. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, you need to respond to those that vote you in office, and we need to hold them accountable.
All right, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Today's Comcast Newsmaker was Jeff Connolly, the president of West Michigan Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan and the co-chair of the West Michigan Policy Forum.